Fox News Alert, new questions this morning about a presidential speech to grade school children and the classroom worksheets that will follow. President Obama is set to speak directly to students on Tuesday. It will be a national address broadcast via the White House website. Teachers around the country being encouraged to show it to their students and to submit worksheets to the children to fill out afterward. They are being encouraged to make the speech a comprehensive learning experience, discussing things like, quote, what new ideas and actions the president is challenging me to think about, and also asking the children to write letters to themselves about what they can do to help the president. Brand new hour here of America's Newsroom. I'm Megyn Kelly here on a Wednesday.
That it is. I'm Bill Hemmer. Good morning again, everybody. It'll be the first speech of its kind in American history, first speech ever. Mr. Obama expected to challenge children to work hard in school, but critics are already voicing some concerns for some of the things we just mentioned.
No, Bill Salmon is our Washington managing editor. He's also vice president of news. He joins us live from our D.C. bureau. Hi, Bill.
Hey, Megyn.
All right, so you've got, you hear presidential speech to children and you think, well, that seems like a good idea. You know, they can learn about civics. They can see our American president, maybe learn a thing or two about government. And he's supposed to be speaking to them about just education and how important it is to study and so on. And yet there is controversy about this bill. Tell us why.
Well, I think if he makes it about civic responsibility, about America as a great country, about the need to study hard and succeed in school, I mean, that's a pretty innocuous thing to do, and I think it would be a good thing, and it'd be hard to sort of argue with that. I think if he makes it about himself, Barack Obama, and his agenda, then that is something entirely different. And I think what's giving some people pause are these worksheets that seem to suggest that it might be about his agenda. I mean, try to imagine, if you will, Megyn, if George Bush or, God forbid, Dick Cheney was going to address the nation's children and wanted you to, fill out worksheets, how can you help Dick Cheney? I think there'd be an uproar.
Well, and that is in there. I mean, I look at these worksheets, and some of them, most of them do seem innocuous, and they seem fine. I mean, it's, create posters with your goals and how you'll achieve them. I mean, that's what the teachers do with students all the time. It's this, write letters to yourself about what you can do to help President Obama, that may cause some parents concern, because obviously not all parents agree with President Obama's agenda, and they don't really want their children being encouraged to think about how they can help him on the first day of school.
Well, that's why I wouldn't be surprised, Megyn, if, right or wrong, some parents opt to keep their kids home that day. I think the sad truth is that President Obama has become a polarizing figure in recent months. He started out with overwhelming job approval numbers and popularity, but the honeymoon is over, and the nation is pretty well divided about Obama and his agenda. So for people who are against Obama, who have an honest disagreement with him, who may have voted Republican or conservative, to find out that their first grader is now going to be, asked to talk about what they can do to be helpful to Obama, I think that could upset some parents.
Well, the other thing is that they're asking the teachers to encourage the students to read books about Barack Obama in the context of this address. And the question is, what books and who's going to decide what books? And, the odds are it's going to be the teachers, which tend to be a liberal group, part of the unions and so on. And a lot of parents may think, I'll decide what my child reads when it comes to political figures like the president or senators or congressmen, for that matter. I guess we'll wait to see what he says, Bill, and follow up from there. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks, Megyn.
Meantime, folks, you can go to our website, foxnews.com, and you can click on the link for America's Newsroom, or just do / America's Newsroom after foxnews.com. There, you will be able to read the worksheet that has been given to teachers, and you tell us whether you think it crosses some line or whether it's fine, it's a good thing for our president to be doing. And our email address is americasnewsroom@foxnews.com.